Good morning, dear devotees and friends. We will chant this mantra, Shanti mantra, and we will start the discussion on the Upanishad, Chandaka Upanishad. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Va Prana Chakshu Shudramatha Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuriyam Mama Brahma Nirakarut Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranamastu Atmani Nirateya Upanishadsu Nirateya Upanishadsu Dharmaste Mai Santu Te Mai Santu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Today we will learn the Brahma Vidya, about the Brahman, through the story of a Upakosala, the student of Satyakama. Now here the Sunday, that was the November 17th, we discussed through the story of Janasruti Pautrayana. This Janasruti Pautrayana, and that story we came to know that it is in the chapter 4, section 1, that even charity with desire cannot give us mukti. So friends, there are two things. If we like to go to heaven, then this good charity and all good work is necessary. But if it is the mukti, the conception of going out of the bondage of the circle of birth and death, then this thing won't help us. Going to heaven means, again, going to a place where we will enjoy, and then after completing our good work, we will come back. It says very clearly in the Mundaka Upanishad also. In the Mundaka, we find Ishta Purtam Manyamana Barishtam Nanyat Sreyo Vedayanta Pramudaha Nakashya Pristhite Sukrite Anubhutve Imam Lokam Hinataramba Vishanti. Very clearly it is mentioning Ishta Purtam. That means in those days, previously, that rich people, they used to dig the well or the pond for the drinking water. Then in the villages where they will find, so that was the main thing, the drinking water. When I went to Bangladesh, I found in many places, the then rich the landlords, they have made a huge water tank, and in their name, in the family name, it's still there. Of course, I went, I think 15 years before, 15, 16 years before. So it was there, and this, the people used to do, Ishta Purtam, I am doing it so that I will go to heaven. They will be helping people, all this, it is very clearly and very specifically, the details are there, discussions are there in the Bhagavad Gita. Now the question is, donation, charity, helping, of course good. That is necessary. Otherwise you cannot make any progress in the spiritual life. But what you want, if you want the heaven, if you like to go to a good place after the death, this will help you. Even if you like to become a powerful God, this will help you. But we have to remember all these gods that we see, they have done very wonderful work. So they have become the different gods and goddesses. But the conception of mukti is completely different. What is the conception of mukti? Mukti, that means I am not going to take birth. Why we take birth? To satisfy our desire. So what is the ultimate thing to go beyond this desire? Brahmagyana. What is Brahmagyana? There is nothing but one consciousness. So what I am asking, what I am desiring, what I am longing for, it is nothing but the same consciousness. So that is why they say, unless and until you have the Brahmagyana, you can never go beyond the circle of birth and death. So the mukti, the liberation, nirvana, all these words that we know, we have heard, we do not know the seriousness of this. And it is that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he mentioned in one place, one gentleman, he was very fond of giving charity, donation, and also helping people in different way. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna appreciated that. But then he said, do you think that is the only thing? No, that cannot be. When the God comes before you, are you going to pray to God, oh God, give me money so that I will make the well and will make this and school and colleges? No, you should go for the mukti. You must pray for the mukti. So mukti conception or the liberation conception to go beyond the circle of birth and death, that is a complete different thing. Most of the people, they cannot imagine, they cannot think of it. So it says in the 17th, we discussed about that, and it was a story that one person, he was a great, he wants to give in charity so many other things. And he said, Pramudha means deluded ignorant. The person thinks that rites, according to the scripture, is the highest of all spiritual practices. Even today, many of the people, they do it. Here the Upanishad is bringing to our knowledge, giving us the idea that if you want liberation, mukti, then this you should not go for this. And not knowing that, it will lead to the bondage again. And in the Mundaka Upanishad, it mentioned that nakasya prishtete. It is not that they are denying the conception of swarga, heaven. No, heaven is there. It's a very good place. But it is mentioned over here, the heaven is mentioned as nakasya. The nakasya prishtete sukrite anubhutve. But if you go to heaven, from there you have to come back. Why? Heaven and the hell, these are the two places where we go to either to enjoy or to suffer our karma phala. If the bad karma phala, we go to hell and we suffer over there. But it is not eternal. Again we come back. Where? In this life. So this life is, that's why very, very important. This is called karma bhumi. The prithvi and the manushya jivan, the human birth, is very, very important. Why? This is the karma bhumi. The karma bhumi means when whatever work that we are performing, not only physically, in our thoughts and through our words also, whatever work we are, three ways we do the perform work: through words, sometimes we are encouraging people, and sometimes denouncing. We can break the mind of people through words. And we can make them live through words. The words are also very powerful. So with the word we are working. Then the thought, whatever we are thinking, why in India, the juniors, they come and take the blessings of the seniors. What
what the seniors will do. But when the juniors are coming, they feel happy. That happiness as a blessings come to the junior. We don't understand that because we cannot see it directly. But it is a very subtle influence. That is why this culture they developed, that you should respect the seniors. And the affection and the love and the prayer of those seniors will help you in your life. So that it says, good work is always helpful, but it will take you to the heaven. It's a very wonderful place, and you can enjoy, but how long? As long as your good work is there, and when it is exhausted, you have to come back. And the bad karma, we go to hell, we suffer, then again they send us back to this earth. So, nakasya prishtate sukrite anubhutve. Sukrita, all good work, anubhutve, enjoying, imam lokam, this world, hinotaramba vishanti, maybe the other lower world you can go. Not that after this human birth we will be human again. Bad work will take us maybe to reptiles or the birds or the animals, even the plants, trees, life. We Hindu, we believe it. The karma phala, you have to suffer. There was a great king. He was so good. Even the gods told that there is a problem, we don't have the leader, the Indra is not there, the king of gods. You become the king of all gods. So he was a human. Even then, he was the king of the gods. The god, he was the king of the human being and king of the gods. You can imagine the position. Now, some people, they were not happy, particularly Indra, who lost his own position. He was naturally not happy. So he started plotting against him. He sent some people to go on praising him. The sycophants will come and go on praising. Sir, you are so great, you are so great. When they're going on telling, he started feeling, yes, I am the greatest. Then they told, you are the greatest person in this world and also in heaven. How come that you are walking? All the time you should be carried by the holy people. What they are doing over there? Sitting and meditating. Whom they are meditating? God. And you are the head of the God, the king of the God. They should carry you in a palanquin. So that was arranged. All the great rishis, they never said no. Okay, no problem. And there was an Ashtabakra rishi. You have heard the name. And Ashtabakra, his body was not very like the normal human body, as we call it, challenged. So he was like that. So when he was carrying, so naturally he was not properly, it was moving, the palanquin was moving. And those sycophants, they came and said, look at that man. He is not giving you the comfort. So give a kick to him. And that was the wrong thing he did. This Nahusha, his name was Nahusha, he kicked that Ashtabakra Muni. And that was the final. Ashtabakra immediately cursed him. So you are so egoistic? Now we have to remember, as because he performed very good work, he went to heaven. And he was the king of this world, he was the king of the heaven also. That's a so wonderful work he did. Now, the bad work, he got the curse from the Ashtabakra. And what happened to him? Ashtabakra told, you will become a snake and will lie over there. Then he started crying, I am so sorry, because of the people all around me went on telling me I lost my mental balance. I became egoistic, I am so sorry. So give me some option so that I can rectify myself. In the Mahabharata, the stories, they say, wait over there till the Krishna comes. So how I will, because I am in a snake body, I cannot reach to Krishna. So one day Bhima will come on this path where you will be there. So now go and catch the Bhima. Your power will be more than the Bhima. Bhima is very powerful, but your power will be more. And to rescue the Bhima, Krishna will come. And if you are praying to the Krishna, then you will be free from the curse. Again, you will get the human body, and again in the human body, you have to try to go beyond the birth and death. So friends, through these stories, these are all mythologies. What is the mythology for? They give us the wonderful conception. If we are doing good work, we are getting benefit. Then bad work, suffering. But it is not eternal though. So what is the option? Swami Vivekananda said, you are the maker of your own destiny. So whatever the destiny, whether we suffer or we enjoy, it is our own. So that is called Vedanta, tremendous mental power. Don't depend on anyone. You do good work, you will get everything. But then finally, we have to keep our eye on the mukti. Mukti means liberation. Liberation means going beyond the birth and death. Even if you become the king of gods, it is also limited. And there are chances of falling, chances of suffering. So obviously, go beyond this circle. How? Brahma Jnana. So that exactly what the Upanishad is teaching. And we learned that the last time, this is the Janasruti Pautrayana. He was going on, his only prayer was, everyone should get food from me. That's a good idea. And in his whole country, he was a king and very rich man. So he made all the guest houses everywhere, but he won't allow people to eat anywhere else. They have to come to his guest house, they eat, and of course they should praise me. That was his only idea. Just praise me. Now he was happy. Then one day he heard the two birds are conversing between themselves, and they were telling, oh, his good work is nothing comparing with another person called Raikya, Brahmagyani Raikya. Then the king became curious. You have heard this story in previous classes. Then king thought, what is going to happen? Raikya? Who is this Raikya? What he did? Then he was inquiring and ultimately found a very humble man sitting under the shade of a bullock cart, and he was there, and he was a Brahmagyani. And he went and then wanted to give him everything, ultimately got the Brahmagyana. So this wealth and this name, fame, quality, nothing can give us mukti. What will give us mukti? Desirelessness. I don't want anything. Even helping others, that desire also should not be there. And that is the reason Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna turned it to Sheva. It is the Sheva that you are doing, service that you are giving. And there is in Vaishnava scripture they say, Daya, compassion. Then Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna one day he was discussing on that and suddenly went into Samadhi. Then he came back with a wonderful conception. He said, Daya? Daya means the compassion, and that means you are on the higher stage, and when you are helping, they are on the lower stage. No, it should not be. Rather, you should kneel down before giving. The giver should kneel down. Swami Vivekananda said, the giver should kneel down. Humble you have to become. Who are you to help people? Can you help people? And that is the reason. Now, almost in everywhere, and particularly in India, all the political parties, they have become giver. And we have below and receiving. That is wrong thing. They should be humble. Of course, politics, it is okay. But for the spiritual life, when we are giving, a rich man, when he is giving, he should be humble. Throwing away some money, you won't get any benefit. Rather, you will get the bad effect of that. So it says that we learn from that, the Janasruti Pautrayana is the great, the rich man and the great donor, but even then he had to learn the Brahma Jnana from the Raikya. Then came the last Sunday we discussed about Jabala Satyakama. And through his story, what we learned, our mind is our guru. As Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, the mon e tomar guru. Your mind is your guru. It will give you the guidance. Why? The slowly, constantly you are going on analyzing and you get all the benefit of that. Sometimes some students, they become a very good student and earn a lot of the respect from others. What is that secret? Concentration and clear understanding of the subject and nothing else. How do they get that? Constantly thinking on that subject. What we usually do before examination, then we are concentrating. But if we go on thinking about that particular subject, it goes on in our mind, in our subconsciousness, and whenever any question is coming, people are asking question, immediately you get the answer. Your conception, your idea become very clear. So that is the reason there are so many teachers and the same subject they are teaching, but a few, they are very clear. Why? They think on particular that subject. Similarly, in the Brahma Jnana, when we hear from the teacher, everything is nothing but the consciousness, we go on pondering over there and then meditating on that, and slowly we transform into that, and there is no mistake. There will be no mistake at all. That is called Brahma Jnana, a complete clear idea, and you live into that idea. So that is called the consciousness everywhere, and when you become aware of it for all through your life, every moment of your life, and that Jabala Satyakama, he heard it from a cow. The first teaching he heard from the cow, then from a bird, then from the fire. Like that, they were not human beings. But are they really telling him, instructing him? No. It was his own idea. He was reflecting from them. He is thinking that the bull is teaching him. The bull came before, and he thought the bull is teaching him. No, it is his own mind. He thought this should be the thing. And the fire is teaching him. The bird is teaching him. But when he came back to his guru, then guru told, your education is complete. You have become the Brahma Jnani. And today, the 4th chapter of the 10th section, first mantra, it says, Upakosale habai kamalayana sattakame jabale brahmacharjam ubasa. Now, one young boy named Upakosala. This Upakosala, he came to this Satyakama Jabala. The Satyakama Jabala story we know. The Satyakama, he was not having any gotra, the family lineage. His mother told, when I was very young, I was married, and your father never discussed about his school. And a gotra means the school. And in those days, all students, they used to go to some school, and in that, particularly 7 teachers were there, all over India, the great teachers, 7 great schools, and the students usually used to go over there, and they developed the tradition. Now, some people who are studying in the Ramakrishna mission, if you talk to them, anywhere in the Ramakrishna mission, we have so many thousands of schools, but same tradition. And if you talk to them, maybe in Madras, maybe in Gujarat, maybe in Bengal, same, the students will speak about the same schooling. So that is called Gotra, the tradition. It has come down to the present day. Now it has been associated with many other things, but actually nothing but the special teachings of that particular teacher. And as we discussed that, if you notice that Indian classical schools, whenever they talk about their guru, they will touch their ear as a respect and they'll say, I am from such and such gharana. The gharana, the word they use, means the tradition. That is the gotra. That is the Gotra. The Gotra means the same tradition. Now, this boy was not having any Gotra. That means his father, of course, he attended some school. He never mentioned that to his wife. And when this boy was in the womb of his mother, the father passed away, and the young lady in that situation, she was bewildered in how to grow this child, and she forgot to ask about the tradition. Father never also mentioned, and she was struggling to survive if she could not remember what was the tradition or school or the Gotra. So when the boy grew up to 6 years, 7 years, he himself told, it is now time that I should go to school. I am going to this particular school, but they will ask me the Gotra. What is our Gotra? The mother told, I do not know. But whatever you have learned, learn from me. So go and tell, your Gotra is Jabala. Jabala is my name, the mother's name. The young boy went, and when the teacher asked, he said, I am Satyakama, my mother is Jabala, I am Jabala Satyakama. That is my tradition. Then the teacher appreciated. Oh, good. You are truthful. You never tried to say this and that. You never, that I appreciate. And that is the quality of a Brahmana. You must be from a very higher caste, very high culture, so I will accept. This Satyakama, he got all the instruction not directly from his guru, because the guru asked him to take all the cows for grazing, and they were only 300. And when they came back, it is 1,000. It took so many years. We calculated almost 3 years. And he was in the wilderness. But he meditated. And he himself became his own guru. The mind is our guru. Only hear, listen, get the instruction, and then go on pondering, thinking about it, and new ideas come. So that happened. Now this Upakosala, he came and as a student under this Satyakama. He was there, Upakosala Abhi, Kamo Layana. That is from there he is coming. Satyakame Jabale Brahmacharjam Ubasa. So he came to become a student of Satyakama. Brahmacharya means the studentship. When Brahmacharya Garhastha Banaprastha Sannyas. From the 6 to 16 years, this 10, 11 years, there should be in the Guru's Griha. And that was not like a hostel. It was like a family. Just to go and live with the Guru. Guru was having his wife, his own children, and these boys will also come. Not only boys, girls also used to come. They will come and they will stay with them. They will learn from them. That's called Guru Griha. And they will be doing all different type of work. At the same time, learning. So first, what they learn? To be humble. Second, to be good in every different type of work. The cooking, and then doing many other things like the agriculture and the fishery and these, that, many things they used to do. In our school also, the hostel, we try to do that. But the modern society, the parents will come and say, "Oi, what is this? Why my son will go and do this?" So it's just as a show we are doing, not that they are developing the fruits or the vegetable, and that is used for. But in those days, the Guru was having nothing. So these young boys and girls, they used to do. So he came, it's called Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, one-pointedness. He came and he stayed over there. And it was not, the Upakosala completed his long 12 years in Guru Griha Vasa. Guru Griha Vasa means staying with the Guru. Swami Vivekananda also appreciated that. Not many students, few students with the Guru. And they will follow the Guru. And Guru exalted character, the wonderful, excellent, the knowledge. So when they are living with that person, not only they are getting the idea, education, but also developing in his own character. Sometimes some of the teachers are there, very, very punctual. One of our Swamiji before me who was here, my predecessor, he was so punctual. And every time I have noticed, he used to sit over here, every time, just 3-4 minutes before Arati, he is present. And walking, exact timing. So he maintained his punctuality. So when someone is living with him, they learn from that. I have seen some of the Swamis, not only punctual, but at the same time, very disciplined. Then in the Advaita ashram, there was a Swamiji. We were all young brahmacharis that time. And in Calcutta, there is a 5-storied, 6-storied building. We used to go, we used to call the offices a different type of job, publishing books, selling books, and printing and all those things. And there were, say, morning from 8:30 to 11:30 or 12, and then you have to come to take lunch and take maybe half an hour rest. Again, you have to go down like that. When you used to come, we used to throw our sandals wherever, and used to go inside and sit in the that kitchen. Then one day we noticed that whenever we come out, all our sandals are properly placed. First day, oh, that's good, that's good. So you need not to go and search. Your left sandal is here and right sandal is over there. So not like that. It is now properly. Second day, it was again, and then we started discussing among ourselves. We were brahmacharis. Hey, who is doing it? Because all we are going in, so who is doing it then? Third day we realized it is our president. The Swamiji, he used to come late. So when we are inside the dining hall, he will be coming late, placing all our chappals, and then he will come after washing his hand and will sit. We used to think he is late, but actually he is late only to make this. Then one day I told him, Swamiji, you are touching our, no, that is not good. But that is not good, but at least it is good that you have noticed it. So you learn it. And from then onwards, it became a habit for us that we will never keep our sandals here and there. Even today, wherever I go, I keep my sandals properly. That is called Guru Griha Vasa. If you are living with someone with an exalted character, he will never tell lies, he will be calm and composed, and by that you learn. So this what called Guru Griha Vasa. This boy, he came to Satyakama. He lived over there for 12 years, and their duty was, main duty, was to go on keeping the fire going on. The fire should not douse, it should not stop. So that is called, because in those days there was no light, there was no nothing. And making the fire was terrible. There was no matches like that nowadays. And 2 stones or maybe the special type of wood they used to use for creating the fire. So fire should continue. In the rainy season, you have to go and collect the faggots and then make it dry and then go on continuously. Even in the night when you are sleeping, almost in every 1 hour or 2 hours you have to get up and give some dry wood so the fire should go on. That is called the Archana. Archana is going on keeping the fire. This boy was very, very perfect. Mostly the people, what they do, they will sleep. You know, that was the system. The fire should continue. Then afterwards, when all this electricity came, then as a tradition in our temples you will find there is a lamp, they go on burning. That will never stop. They go on pouring the ghee or the oil so that the lamp is burning. It is that tradition only. It is not necessary nowadays, but we keep on giving the tradition. The one day someone came and suggested me, Swamiji, you should have a lamp over here burning. I don't know. The fire marshal will come and catch me because this is America, our tradition won't go. Then I have to keep the lamp over outside, and then we have to make another room so that it should be even in the winter snow. And then we have to keep someone to go on pouring the oil. So that is not necessary. Keep the fire within yourselves. The light should be burning within yourself. That will do. So tradition comes like this. The fire. This boy was very perfect. The fire that was given to him, you know how this tradition goes? After the graduation, they will carry that same fire to their home. At the time of marriage, that fire should be used to make that homa. Then after that, it will be given to the newly married couple. The couple should continue the continuously making that fire burning. And finally, when they die, their children will take that from that fire for mukhagni. We give the fire to the mouth because fire is Brahman. Why to the mouth? Because that is the Brahman. So he goes in as a fire. It is not, sometimes we say, oh, the terrible system, keep giving the fire to the mouth. No, that fire is Brahman. We will learn it over here. That every time the fire is teaching us, he lived 12 years, then it was the time for them to go away. A graduation ceremony was arranged. Sahasma anyan antebasina samavartayan. Onne antebasina. Antebasi means those who are living with him. The resident students. They all came as samavartan. Here also we call samavartan. That means all gathering. And after that, they will get the certificate and they are graduate. They will go back to their respective homes. But lo, the best student was not called to attend that. He didn't get the opportunity to attend that graduation ceremony. His friends, they went back home. He was left all alone. And he didn't get the certificate also. And he was going on thinking, what happened to me? He was going on crying. And the Guru Satyakama did not call the Upakosala and did not give the pass certificate. Tamhasma eva na samavartayati. Na samavartayati. He was not invited to attend that ceremony of the graduation ceremony. All students left. He was all alone. Noticing these, the wife of Satyakama came and said, Tam jayo vacha tapto brahmachari kushalam agnin paricharit. O husband, this student, he has undergone so severe austerities, have tended the fire properly, you should give him the final certificate. His wife, she noticed that everything is going on because of the home school. So then naturally the wife was also there. Everybody got the certificate and the best student, you have denied him. But tasmai apracha evaha pravasa chakre satyakama. Now when the wife not told him that you should have forgotten that student, you should give the certificate to him. He is the best student. He never made any mistake. But he never paid any heed to the words of the wife, left for touring in different countries. And he never met the student also. And now what happened? Pravasa Chakra, he left for other countries. Not understanding why Guru is not happy with him and what is his fault, the young brahmachari started fasting to punish his body and mind. Now what we get, a clear picture of Diden society. The students are going to the teachers and it is like a family, not that 100 students, maybe 10, 12. But sometimes the big teachers, very famous teachers, they used to have many students. So and they will be calling we need, and the Kings used to give all support to them. Sometimes the food, sometimes, and they were having the cows for the milk and all that. Now, this Satyakama, he left for, and this boy, what he will do? We can understand the psychology of that boy. He was left all alone. Now everybody has left and he is alone. Maybe the next session will begin after 2-3 months. What he will do? Feeling insulted and sorry, he never criticized his guru or the system. What he did? This we should learn. He was the best student. Even the guru's wife noticed it, Guru Ma, and she told it. Even then, the guru never talked to him, left him alone like that. He left, and the Guru Ma was naturally, she was very, in a motherly heart, she was telling, hey, what you are doing? He said, Saha Vyadhina Anashitum Dadre, that I should take the fasting. I will never eat. Why? To torture my mind and body, to punish my body and mind. Why? I must have done something wrong. And that is the reason Guru is not happy with me. And he has not given me the certificate. So he is not complaining against anything. But he is looking at his own. Saha Vyadina Anashitum Datre, and Upakosala, mentally frustrated, started fasting. Acharya Jaya, the wife of the Guru, Tam Ubacha, came and told him, Brahmacharin Ashana. So just the Sanskrit only, but if we speak now in our own language, the mother coming and asking, why you are fasting? Take food. She is insisting. She is coming. Acharya Jaya, Tam Ubacha, told him that Brahmacharin Ashana, please take food. Noticing that, the Guru Ma, the wife of the teacher, said, my son, why you are fasting? Please take food. You have done nothing wrong. Upakosala replied, very, very interesting. Upakosala replied, Mother, Ime Ashmin Purushe Bahava Kama Nana Attayaha Vyadibhihi Paripurnasmi Na Ashishyami Iti. He said, Mother, in this body and in this mind, I have so many desires. Must be having the desire. I am not ready for the Brahma Jnana. That's why the teacher didn't give me the Brahma Jnana. And he said, Ime Ashmin Purushe. Purusha means in this body. Bhava Kama Nana Attayaha. Different type of desires are there in this body. The body is not having the desire, it is mind. In the mind there are desires. That means this body and mind having so many desires. And it runs in varieties, in different ways. Bhadibihi paripurnasmi. And I am suffering also. Why do we suffer? Because our desires are not fulfilled. When we cry, why we cry? Not for God. We cry for something which we wanted, didn't get, and that is the reason we cry. So he says, I am suffering, I am crying. There must be some unfulfilled desire in my mind and body. I have to purify my body and mind, and that is why I am fasting. So when we fast, what happens? Then we feel like drinking, we feel like eating, and I have to go on telling, no, I am not going to eat. So that in the mind itself, the same mind which is asking for food, and other mind will say, no, I am not going to eat food. It goes on, and that is called upavasa. Only fasting is not upavasa. So many poor people don't get food. They are automatically fasting. But are they becoming purified? No. You have to think of God. And not only just not eating food. Majority of the, if you notice, almost all religions, major religions, they have this system. Hinduism, so many fasting. Islam, whole month they will fast. And in Judaism, they will be fasting. Every Saturday, they will be fasting. In Christianity, fasting is there. Why fasting? Because that particular day, you are remembering God constantly without forgetting. It's not, oh, I have not taken food in the morning. I say, okay, 10 o'clock. I was supposed to take a coffee, but I am not drinking. So going on thinking about food only, it is better to eat. Instead of meditating on food, it is better to eat. And what is fasting? Fasting means I'm remembering God, God, and God. That is why the Sanskrit name of the fasting is Upavasa. Upa means nikate. Upa means near. Upa is near. Vasa, staying. I'm staying near to God, thinking of God, meditating on God. And that's why I'm forgetful of my body and mind. So that he started Upavasa. The Upakosala replied to the Ime asmin purushe bahava kama nana attayaha vyadibhi paripurna asmi. My mind is also suffering. That means desire is there. And unfulfilled desire brings the suffering in the mind. I wanted to go over there. If I don't get, I become angry. And that is the reason I suffer. So I should fast. O Mother, in this body and mind, there must be many desires remaining. O Mother, I am full of mental suffering. Hence, I must practice severe austerities to purify myself. Upakosala is not blaming anyone. If you notice, rather analyzing his own mind. So sometimes when we don't get, immediately all the fingers goes out to blame. Oh, because of him, because of her, because of this, because of that. I am perfect. I am always all right. Only because of these people, this has happened. It is natural. But those who are really spiritually advanced will never do that. And Ma Sharadamani Devi, in her wonderful teaching, she is mentioning, Karo dosh dekho na, dosh dekhbe nijer. Don't find fault with others. If possible, try to find fault of yourself so that you can rectify it. Friends, why we study the scripture? Why this every Sunday discourse? To understand this thing. Those who are interested in developing spiritual life, which is the source of happiness, joy, how we will get the happiness? By rectifying ourselves. What is the fault? Because in our mind, by nature, there is always there to find fault with others. Instead, try to find fault in yourself. Upakosala, he never complained about other students or the system or the teacher himself. No. He looked at himself and said, Mother, I have the desire. That is the reason Guru didn't give me Brahmajnana. I have to uproot those. He went on practicing. As it happened in the time of his Guru, in the life of his Guru, Satyakama, Upakosala's mind became his own Guru. And one blessed night, he heard the fire god is saying, as if the three gods from the same fire, they were discussing. Upakosala could hear that. Why the fire? Because he is going on putting the fagots and the fire is constant there. And he is looking at the fire and meditating. It is the first form of God is fire. Because the rishis, when they discovered the truth, they discovered that everywhere there is no form. And they were very happy. But when they wanted to tell it to the students, they could not understand it. Consciousness everywhere, God everywhere. Then they started asking questions. If this is a God, if that is God, they made of this, made of that, who made it? Then they understood, no, we need something tangible so they can see and think about it. It's fire. When the fire was first given, and they told Agni Brahma, you go on thinking about the fire. And that was there, they used to pour the ghee and then offering, and the different type of mantras also developed. So the ritual developed. In the Hinduism, ritual was not there. It was only thinking, clear understanding. Then afterwards, ritual developed only to help the other students, other people. So Agni became, so that Agni was their god. Now Agni is no more god. Nowadays, our gods are these avatars. So it is not that Agni. So Agni we use, Agni we respect as a tradition that is coming down. And if you go to this Hindu temple of Lemont, they have a separate place where people will go and they will perform the Agnihotra, all the yajnas. Without that, they are not satisfied. At the time of marriage, that should be there. At the time of Upavita, some program, Hindus, they like to light the fire, pour the ghee, and offering these, that, they are very happy. That's called yajna. Why the tradition only? But it is, what is that Agni? Inside. And what is that Agni? Light. What is the light? Knowledge. Ultimately, it is the knowledge. It is not the fire. It is the knowledge. Whenever you go, wherever you go, any new thing, immediately they will light a lamp. Why? Agni. Why Agni? Light. What is the light? Knowledge. We have forgotten that, and we go on carrying on the tradition. It is the knowledge. What is that knowledge? This brahmachari has gone through severe austerity. Come, let us teach him Brahma Jnana. They say to themselves, among themselves. These Agnis, then they say to the brahmachari, hey, Upakosala, please learn Prana Brahma, Ka Brahma, Ka Brahma. Upakosala was very happy, and then he said, Honorable Sir, I can understand Prana Brahma. Prana, this breathing that I am taking, that is the source of my life. Without this, I will die. So what is Brahman? Ananda. What is Brahman? Happiness. So if I am not having the breathing, if it stops, here we call 911. Anything happened, I am not taking the, immediately. So what is that? That means you have to have this. It's so important. And that is Brahman. But that is the life source, and that is the basis of happiness. Then they mentioned Kam Brahma, Kam Brahma. And then he humbly asked, Sir, I can understand prana, but what is this Ka and Ka you are mentioning? And then he said, this, the fires God said, and there are three fires. One is Grahapatya Agni. Constantly you should have the fire so that you can cook on that. You can prepare different type of things to offer, and that is called Grahapatya Agni. Then Ahvaniya Agni. At the time of the puja, then they light the fire. That is Ahvan. They are calling him. And third, Dakshinagni. It is on the south, there will be a fire. When you die, that fire will be used to burn you. So that was the three fires were there. The Dakshinagni, Annaharya Pachan, another name of that. So this Dakshinagni and the south, and the people will never put their head to the south. In Indians, the Hindu, they don't. Why? Because the south is the direction where the death god, the Yama, he lives. So they like to put the head on the other side, not to the south. South is not good for the Hindus. But that is nothing. Everywhere the God is the same God is there. This way they say, the three gods of Agni, Garapatya, Ahvaniya and Dakshinagni, they were discussing among themselves and they said, hey boy, we are happy with you. Now listen, what is Brahman? Prana is Brahman. So meditate on prana. Even today, at a time of meditation, there is even in the Buddhists nowadays, they are teaching that you have to concentrate on your breathing. How you are taking in and taking out, leaving out. Like this, inhaling and exhaling, on that you have to concentrate your mind. So that is the Brahman. That is, without that I cannot survive. So I have to be very, very careful about that. I should remember. What is this ka and ka? These worldly things that you see, it cannot give you the pleasure. So it is beyond this worldly pleasure. And happiness means God. Happiness is Brahman. So Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. Through this story, ultimately, it comes to this, that what is Brahman? Happiness. Why you want happiness? Because you are made of that. Without the happiness, you cannot survive. Whatever we do is for our happiness. Otherwise, sometimes the children, after all the full dress, then one of our, the volunteer comes, the devotee, her son is 5 years, 6 years old. At the time of Kali Puja, that was also Halloween, he dressed like a ghost. But nobody noticed that he is a ghost. But he wanted to show everyone that I am a ghost and you should be afraid of me. So he stood in the door where the people are coming and going, and to draw the attention of the people. But everyone is going on patting him and going away. They never noticed that he is a ghost. And he became frustrated, and sometimes he was jumping. So I noticed and I was enjoying. So look at it. He wants to show that I am a ghost and you should be afraid of. That type of dress he made, Dracula dress. Now, if you are not looking at it, then what will happen to him? He wanted that attention, and if nobody is giving the attention, there is suffering. And that is the reason, I have dressed myself, I am happy. But no, I want that other people should notice it and appreciate it, or at least comment on that. My happiness depends on others. Every time we go for the examination, and I am afraid how much marks I am going to get in this subject, that subject. It's not for me, for others. What the father will say, what the mother will say, what the uncle will say, what the other people will say. I am afraid of all people. So where is my happiness? Depending on others. But actually, what is the happiness? My satisfaction. It should be my satisfaction. The other day, one family came. His son, he's an electronics engineer, but he is writing the report on games. His father told, I am an engineer, you should also become an engineer. So he completed the engineering, then said, Father, you are happy? Now, I like to be happy by doing my own work. What is that? Reporting on games. He loves games, so he is reporting on. I don't know how much he is earning by that, but anyway, he is very happy. So that is always there, and in this country it is possible. But in country like ours, where the demands for money is there, and the society is so on your, whatever you do, society is all the time noticing. You cannot do it. Not only the parents, even the neighbors will come and advise you. Hey, what is all doing? So obviously, where is the happiness? It is not the happiness is depending on me. What I want, I like to be happy. And happiness ultimately, I'm stopping over here, happiness ultimately is nothing but a total satisfaction. The moment you are satisfied, you are happy. So that is necessary. If you are not satisfied, you are unhappy. I mentioned this, that happened to my life. 4 of us, the 4 Swamis, young Swami, We just ordained to sannyasa. Then we went to Kedarnath, Badrinath, all this visiting. And from the Badrinarayan, I think, when we were coming, or into Kedar, I've forgotten, there's a public buses are there. And in our country, if you go and keep a handkerchief, that means that seat is booked for you. Then you can go, and afterwards you come back when the bus is leaving. So we also did that. We kept our chadar, this is called chadar, on that, 2 seats we booked, and we went down to purchase something. Afterwards, when he came back, 2 local people, very happy, well built, they were sitting over there. So, though we said, hey, we kept the chadar, they showed. They have kept the chadar hanging over there on the handle. But they occupied the seat. So we could not fight with them, and we are sannyasis, we cannot say harsh words also. So we were wondering what will happen. Another 2 Swamis who were in our group, they were already sitting over there. And if we don't have the seat, and in those areas, it is a hilly area, they don't allow people standing in the bus, what will happen? So we talked to the conductor, and he is a nice person, he was, and he said, the Swami, I cannot ask them to get down. They are local people. But at least I can allow you to stand in the bus. Maybe it will be a little risky, but you are young people, you can manage. If you like, then you can come along with your other friends. So we were standing, and I was going on grumbling, because of you, we have lost the seat. We had a wonderful seat in the front side. And I was going on grumbling like this. Then my friend, the Swami, told, now look at these people. When they are sitting, they are not having proper leg space. So they are sitting like this. And when they are looking at the outside, only either right or the left. They cannot see the whole scenario. But look at us. We are just walking up and down the whole bus. From the front, we can see when the driver is driving, from his back, we can see the front side, and from the back side, from the left, from the right. Are you not enjoying? Immediately my suffering went away. I was suffering, thinking that we have lost the seat. The moment I found in his words, yes, we are actually enjoying, I became happy. So what is the source of happiness? Understanding. If you understand it properly, then no suffering is suffering for you. You are very, very happy. So that is called Brahma-jnana. What is Brahma-jnana? Tremendous joy, happiness. And how this happiness? Not depending on objects. If I get this food, I will be happy. That dress, I will be happy. Nothing like that. Understanding very clearly in whatever position I am having, I am happy. And you are happy. So that is called the Brahma-jnana. And you know, we are not satisfied. Whatever we get, even if you go and ask the President of America, of course, the President of America, he is not at all happy. So how he can be happy? Anyway, but he is the one person, the first person of the whole world. Still he is not happy. Still he is not happy. His one decision can destroy the whole world or can build the whole world. Still he is not happy. Then who can be happy? That Raikya, who was sitting under the shade of a cart, he was happy. And happiness is Brahman. So, Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. From the happiness, all these beings are born. And our goal, happiness. Our ultimate goal is also happiness. But that happiness cannot come from these worldly objects. So, our practice is to withdraw the mind, concentrate on that true happiness. Thank you very much. And next class we will discuss the other the questions that he raised. Now let us, any question is there?
First question is by YouTube user KAI. Holy Mother used to say that in spite of increased number of japa and meditation, final spiritual success depends on God's kripa. How to obtain kripa? Is prayer more effective to obtain kripa?
This is a very practical question. So, without God's grace, we cannot be successful. And at the same time, if we don't try ourselves, we won't be able to get the God's grace. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he gave a wonderful example and to explain this. He said, one person, he tied a cow with a rope, and the cow was grazing. Those who have seen, particularly in our country, not in this country, here no rope. All the cows are free and the huge place. But in our country, the land is limited and you cannot allow your cow to go to other place, other land. So the small, they tie the rope and it will be tied down over there, and the cow will roam all around that circle eating the grasses. And the man is sitting somewhere else observing. Then suddenly he noticed the cow is trying to reach another small portion, a little beyond that circle, and there are very good green grasses are there. Noticing that the cow is trying its best to reach to that part, he will come and increase that rope, length of the rope. The cow can go over there. Then what happened? The cow was trying to reach. We have to try to get that, achieve that. And the noticing that we are sincere, God will come and may allow us to go and have that. So kripa, you have to perform and then you can achieve. That is called kripa. Though it is a grace, as God is gracing, giving you, but if you don't try yourself, you won't get. So you have to have that. So that is called kripa. Mother said that.
Devashish Sen is asking, he's typing some Thakur's words, Dekha bhi suna bhi wala bhi na, it's a long line. Danda munda tera karta losaye, shasana va shodhana karabi. How do we follow these as householders?
Devashish. So can you please write to me? Because otherwise, if I don't read that, please quote where from you are quoting and please write to me. I will surely give you the answer. Try to give you the answer. Thank you. Okay, friends, any question from here? Okay, let us say Shanti and we conclude. Please repeat after me 3 times. Om Shanti. 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 Hari Om. Thank you, friends. This is the last month of this year, and in this month, along with our Wednesday and the Sunday discourses, we'll have the Mother's Tithi Puja on 22nd December. That is a Sunday. Here we will have that. But as you know that we have limited the seat places, the 250 people at most we can accommodate. So please register your name. In our website it is there, no charges, just register your name for the head count so that we can arrange our prasad accordingly. And secondly, 24th December, in the evening we will celebrate. Please come and enjoy that Christmas Eve. The president of the Council of World Religions, Chicagoland, he will come and give a talk on Jesus and his conception of Christianity. There will be carols. If the children they like to sing, they can also join. And we'll have, of course, the dinner on that day, on that evening. The 24th. These are the 2 announcements. Please come. Today afternoon, as because the first Sunday, usually I go to the Bengali Association and to give a class in Bengali on Kathamrita, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. This is in Bengali. If you are interested, you can come. from 5 to 6 Bengali Association. Okay, thank you.